The following stream has been approved for all puzzle audiences by the Puzzle General community. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Cards of the Heart, and it is that time of year for the first time in Puzzle General history. We are running two speedrun tournaments this year. We will be having our Pokemon Puzzle League tournament in September, but it is March, so it is time for our Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2021 edition to get underway. And today's show will tell you all about the 17 players that will be vying for glorious cash and prizes. Those cash and prizes being a new Discord title, a Discord role in our Discord server at discord.puzzlegeneral.com. If you are not a part of the server now and like puzzle speedruns, then get with us. We all love our puzzle game speedruns. So that is what our players are fighting for. We'll find out about our players, and I've put in a little bit of a new format for the group stage matches, which we will hopefully be able to demonstrate by the end of this show. But I cannot do this alone. I have two other people that know a thing or two about these games that can help me figure things out as far as how good is this format, how good are these players, who's actually the favorite to win. Let's start these proceedings, give some introductions, starting with how about our 2020 Pokemon Puzzle League champion, Tayman?
Yo, how's it going, everyone? Really glad I'm able to hop on to discuss the tournament with you guys, because it's been pretty busy since I won the PPL tournament. Of course, I wrote a best-selling novel called How to Grind S Hard by Tayman. Went on a book tour for a couple months. Went on some talk shows and got a show on ESPN. But that's all winded down just in time to return to my roots, Puzzle General. So thanks for having me on.
Oh, geez, I missed the ESPN specials. What, man? I guess, I must be so out of it. Anyway, we also have another Tetris Attack veteran on the mic. He knows a thing or two about Tetris Attack because he is a Tetris Attacker. He's the Tetris Attacker.
Hey, Cards, and Tay was on ESPN plus. I think you have to have extra special bonus cable to watch it. So sorry, I think we all missed it. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. I've been waiting for this tournament for a while now, a couple years, and I'm hoping our PPL champ can have a good showing, but that the rest of us, Tetris Attack puzzle mains can show him what it was like when we were playing his game a couple months ago.
Now, Tay, didn't you also grow up with Tetris Attack a bit?
I did. It was actually the first game that I played when I was 5 years old, when my parents cursed my speedrunning career by buying me a SNES when I was 5. But
how do we all have that same story?
I started with this game, but I guess I just, when it comes to speedrunning, I like the feel of PPL better, but I'm obviously still excited to be in this tournament and talking about it and doing commentary later on.
Yeah, we're excited to have you, and I'm excited to try and show you a thing or two about the game that gave me my name. So
yes.
Yeah, so yes, I am Tetris Attacker. You can call me TA, everybody.
Oh, geez, I really missed out. I didn't start getting into the series until Pokemon Puzzle League, and that was only because I was a Pokemon fan. God, I'm such a scrub.
It brings all kinds.
Anyway, if you are just tuning in for the first time, and you may know Tetris games a bit, but you don't know what this Tetris Attack thing is about, then allow me to try to explain just what the game is all about. Tetris Attack is a match 3 puzzle game released for the Super Nintendo in August 1996 for North America and November 1996 for Europe. It was also broadcast on the Japanese Teleview service from November 1996 until the service was discontinued in June 2000. As a match 3 puzzle game, if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you'll need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also send garbage to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can quickly add up if stacked correctly. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear and then have the panels directly above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will also make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you'll have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponent so that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. That said, due to the way this game handles combo garbage as well as the overall speed of these opponents, you will almost exclusively see our players make them run out of time through timely garbage attacks. Easy mode has 10 stages, normal mode has 11 stages, and hard and V-hard, as we call it, have 12. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players. Alright, let us talk about how this tournament is going to go down. This is a speedrun tournament. We tend to speedrun against the computers in this community, so we will be playing in 1-player versus, not 2-player versus, unfortunately. That's a different area, a different group of people that handles those. But yeah, over the past month, I've been having players submit speedruns of various categories into our speedrun leaderboard, and we have divided it down into 17 players split into 4 groups of round robin. We are going to start with our traditional round robin group stage. There will be one group of 5 players, and the other groups have 4 players, and we'll all have like 5 weeks roughly to do one match against everyone in our group. And yeah, I believe I set that deadline at April 11th. Is the last day we are planning to have. The last day we are going to schedule group stage matches. We'll have our final bracket from there roughly a week after our group stage finishes. But yeah, the group stage itself will have a best of 5 speedrun race matches. So we'll be racing each other in the 1-player versus in various levels, and the first to win 3 of those races will win the match. So that's going to be what we're doing for the group stage. And yes, we are. This is new to this tournament that I am wanting to try. We're going to be playing these matches on all of the difficulty levels. That is easy, normal, hard, and because of Pokemon Puzzle League, hardest difficulty, as this game calls it, is called V-hard, and we're playing all 4 of them. So yeah, we're going to start each match by having the two players agree to the first game level to race. Maybe they don't want to go full hard mode for full V hard for the first race. Maybe they want to ease into it a little bit with hard mode. So we can have these players start on hard mode. And by the way, if they're torn between two levels, like one wants to play hard, one wants to play easy, I have authorized me and my other assistant organizer, Foxy Man, to make people play a different level. So one wants to play easy, one wants to play hard. I'll make them play V hard to start.
You could average them out and say, all right, you're doing normal.
That's totally up to our discretion.
That's how that works.
Yeah. Foxy and I will exercise some discretion on overseeing.
Let's just say it's in the player's best interest to agree.
Hopefully it won't be too much of an issue, but if it is, we can have those discussions after the tournament, and we can tweak it for next time. So yeah, players will start on one level, and then whoever loses that race will get to pick the next level, but it has to be a different level than the one you already played. We're not having 5 easy mode races or 5 V hard races. We're gonna hit all the levels. So you start with hard. Person loses the hard race, like, no, that's too hard. I want to go easy. All right, we'll go easy then.
I think Forky has actually demonstrated my strategy for the tournament. If people disagree, it's going to be PPL S hard. So I'm just going to disagree with whatever my opponent wants, and then it goes over to my arena.
The organizers know you too well to let you get away with that.
If only. If only. That's a bit of setup that I'm not willing to go through.
Well, why don't we talk briefly about like why this is going to be, as Forky said, a really cool direction to take the tournament. Like, I think just because the game plays at different speeds on easy and normal versus hard and V hard, is going to take a lot of constant adjustment to the engine and the mechanics as players go through their games.
Right. So if you've played versus any decent amount, you know that one of the settings you can change in a 2-player versus format is the speed level, and those levels are set from 1 to 10. 1 is impossibly slow, and 10 for a lot of people is impossibly fast, among other things. Like panels actually start dropping and moving and rising much faster than they would at lower levels. But this game does manage to differentiate its levels a bit in the speed that each one plays at. So for some context, the player versus player tournaments that are often organized for this game engine will tend to play in individual brackets, I believe, for levels 5, 8, and 10, which gives some context to what the top players will play at. Easy mode starts at speed level 2. So it's a really slow level. Like foes take a noticeably longer amount of time to actually top out.
Yeah, and cards. An interesting thing coming from all of that is not just people adjusting to the different speeds between modes, but there's actually a rather large difference in the AI behaviors between the modes. And because this format is not PvP, we are not playing one runner against another. We are playing each runner against their individual AIs to beat the clock and therefore beat their opponent. So you're actually trying to adjust for those AI differences. And easy mode, people who are used to playing V hard, easy in particular, the AI behaves. The AI is slow, but behaves in such an odd way when you're used to the way they behave, you're used to trying to time your drops. You're used to trying to get garbage in at the right intervals and the right amounts. Easy, they don't raise their stack very much. They leave themselves wide open to be hit. But we're not just trying to win. It's easy to win. Easy mode is not easy to win fast. And that's going to be part of the challenge, is bouncing between those different AI and game speeds, and it prioritizes and emphasizes different skill sets among our runners. Timing is going to be one. Screen watching in V-Hard is important, but in easy, being able to make the right number of garbage lines as quickly as possible and let them drop and not overchain is a little bit more important, maybe even than in V-Hard. So it's going to be interesting seeing how that plays to the strengths of our runners.
So just to wrap up the discussion on the game levels, easy starts at speed level 2, normal plays at speed level 4, and hard and V-Hard play at 6, which might be a bit of a shock to the system to those who play Pokemon Puzzle League against the computers, because that game seems to want to always run at speed level 4. It feels so slow compared to Tetris Attack V-Hard, but all in all, these foes aren't too terribly difficult to get through. If you know how to combo and chain, then you should be able to beat V-Hard in less than 10 minutes with some regularity. And as a result of that, easy, normal, hard, and V-Hard don't have like huge variances in times, which is one of the reasons I was okay with being able to shuffle between the different levels throughout the match. So we are gonna play through all of the levels in a best of 5 situation. So if you don't get a winner after 4 games, all the levels are played, then we'll play game 5 on any level. Any of the levels, and that'll be up to the loser of Game 4 to potentially decide their fate. That might create some interesting scenarios. So once all of our group matches are done, once everyone has played everyone else in their group at least once, we will have the top 2 players in each group advance to the final bracket. So it'll usually be like the first place person is 3-0, 4-0, and the second place person has 1 loss. That's like the most common way these groups shake out. But if we get a few upsets here and there, we could have to go into some tie-breaking procedures, which I will explain as they get relevant throughout the tournament. But enough talk about the format itself. Let's get to the players that are actually playing in this tournament. So again, I had players qualify over the past month by submitting runs to the leaderboard on all of the game levels to try and maximize their score, if you will. And once the dust settled, we left ourselves with 17 players that will be competing for the title of Tetris Attack 2021 champion. And let's start by talking about the players that are going to be in Group D. We'll start with our 13 seed Paratroopa 1. Bit of an enigma in the community, I must say. They do play on emulator, and they tend to only show up for the tournaments. But like I usually don't see them around in Discord too much until the Tetris Attack tournaments come around. Turns out they do play a bit of Pokemon Puzzle Challenge too, so we saw them make a bit of a run in the 2019 tournament. But when Paratroopa gets on a run, they they tend to get pretty deep in the tournament. So for a 13 seed, a seemingly low seed, this is quite the enigma of a player going on in this group. What do you two know, if anything, about Paratroopa? Because even I'm like not sure exactly how he operates.
Well, I actually I was in Paratroopa's group in that PPC tournament 2019, and actually got knocked out of that group stage tournament by him. So we've got a rematch coming, and it's going to be interesting. But yeah, Paratroopa among a few others. Tournament time brings them back out, and yeah, we've got ourselves a lot of dice rolls and RNG kind of players who can easily make a run, and I think Paratroopa is kind of the poster child for that.
Wait, he's in our group?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh my.
Yeah, that's what a 13 seed has turned into in 2021.
A very scary 13 seed. Yeah.
I think the seeding being misleading is going to be a common theme in this preview, as we try not to make this preview as long as the PPL one, which basically shot an ESPN 30 for 30 on each person. It felt like, but yeah, we have like Paratroopa is really good, pretty good. I mean, definitely within the margin of RNG for this game. And we have some other people that we'll talk about who are, probably better than their seeding, and definitely pretty scary to go against, even if their seeding wouldn't make you think so.
Yeah, well, looks like we've figured out 3 of the 4 players in Group D from this banter. Let's talk about the other player, our number 12 seed, Ty, one of our PvP specialists, joining us once again for this tournament. Ty didn't actually start running games until they signed up for the Pokemon Puzzle League tournament last year. So yeah, Ty's gonna be another one. It's gonna be a really, really tough out. Made a really deep run in the last tournament, and yeah, I don't know what else to say about Ty. Ty is definitely another person to watch in this group.
Oh, yeah. Don't take the qualifying times or the seeding seriously on Ty. We knew that in the PPL tournament, and even knowing that, we're surprised by how much he tore through some of the matches that he had. Not an easy matchup, and this group, I mean, we're already talking about Group D here. This is the projected third finisher of the group, and man, we've already got 2 scary players in here. So this is gonna get interesting really quick.
Yeah, Ty came onto the scene with a couple of the other PvP people in last year's PPL tournament, and he gave me a run for my money in the group stages. Came pretty close to winning the game there, and honestly, I think like the scary thing is a combination of these players' skill and the RNG of the game, because there's not, if someone is like close enough to you, you cannot feel comfortable. And Ty is definitely capable of going on a rampage. Yeah,
just about everyone in this tournament is capable of a sub 10 V hard run, and anyone that can get into that range can be a threat, and Ty has definitely shown himself as a threat. I have to imagine. I
eked out a win against him in the PPL tournament. Not looking forward to the rematch.
Man, even I had to go through a miraculous comeback in the bracket to take a 3-0 on him. Yeah. Ty is very, very tenacious. I figure at this higher speed level, this would be more of his cup of tea, I would imagine. Okay, might have had to deal with a bit of a hiccup there for a second, I think.
Yeah, stream's buffering pretty hard.
I think everything's coming back now, but anyway, we got 2 more people to talk about in Group D, and well, I think they've already shown themselves to be in this call, so let's start with Tetris Attacker, who has some very, very fast times in all of the categories we are playing in this tournament. Tay, what have you seen from what do you remember seeing from TA's playstyle that you like?
I remember him being pretty fast at times. Maybe not. It doesn't have quite as much consistently, but like can and correct me if you don't think this is accurate, TA. But I just remember like seeing you go on some bursts in the PPL tournament, and it seems like you have the ability to really kick it up to another level when you really need to, and just the amount of time you put into this game, you kind of have that like wisdom and domain knowledge to have really put up some good times. Now, hopefully, that you can show some of that consistency in this tournament. But you know, this is your turf. This is literally what your parents named you after. So.
You are completely not wrong. I have the occasional moment of a great burst of speed, and I have the occasional moment where I trip over myself and my thumbs. I hope that the work that I've put in, and like you said, that game knowledge, those little small things that I can use to keep myself from falling off too far when I start tripping up, can keep me a little bit more consistent. But yeah, I have always been a little bit of a feast or famine kind of player on this game. I'll drop a V hard, I'll drop a sub 8, and my next run will be 11 minutes. So trying to get it in the right spots at the right times is going to be something I'm going to have to always look at, and I'm gonna keep commentators sweating with my low play style. It's aggressive.
God.
It's
God, yes.
it's
raise your stack.
Yeah, I do not play with a high stack. Yeah.
You tend to make bigger chains too, don't you, TA?
What's that? Sorry.
Don't you also tend to make slightly bigger chains, like not so many combos, but you tend to make like big X6, 7, 8 chains, from what I remember?
At times, yeah. I think that's something that's changed over the last year or two of my play style. I've gotten away from that a little bit, but I'll slip into it at times. That's my default. My childhood was making mystery chains over and over, so...
Oh, Forky loves hearing that.
Getting rid of that muscle memory and that soothing of, all right, let's just chain until it's over, is sometimes hard to break. So it's a thing.
All right, we'll see how much of a thing that it pops up in this group, and it is time to talk about the boss of Group D, and what better way to introduce a boss than with some boss music? We've got Tayman here, also on this call. Pokemon Puzzle League specialist, I would say, being our reigning PPL champion. But Tay, you showed us a thing or two with your 737, I believe, on the last day of qualifying. Yep. That huge rush last day of qualifying we had, which was insane. So congrats on getting that one in, Tay.
Yeah, to paraphrase a famous meme video, you could grind for 5 or 6 days, or just one. And literally, literally got the 4 seed just by, I was like, you know what, I can probably get a good time in 4 hours, and luckily that gamble paid off.
A good time. You literally tied my time on the leaderboard. We are now tied for 5th on VHard for personal bests, and that's, I mean, a 4-5 matchup that close you couldn't wish for.
Yeah, we're gonna have an announcement later on, but that's gonna be a really good matchup between you and me. I mean, this is, I don't, obviously Tetris Attack is the first game I played, but I don't really consider it my domain. Like, I definitely know how you felt during the PPL tournament because I've raged at this game plenty at some of the nuances of it. So to get a 4 seed, I'm pretty happy with. I just want to play my best and do well, but I don't think I'm really putting the sort of pressure that I put on myself for better or worse in the PPL tournament.
So I do have to wonder as we look at everyone in one package in Group D here. How worried are you of not being able to make it out of this group? Because like everyone here is capable of really fast times. So how worried are you two actually?
I think one of the two of us will advance. I don't think it'll be both.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared. Like,
I couldn't tell you which of the two of us it'll be either.
Yeah, like, I would not feel bad if I just get knocked out. I mean, I didn't make it out of groups in the TA 2018 tournament. And, that was a little frustrating, but, not the end of the world. We're just here to have fun. And then if that happens, I just get to do lots extra commentary in the final brackets. Kind of like when the Cubs don't make the playoffs. I get to enjoy the rest of the games with no pressure.
And yes, Tay, we'll probably be on commentary for quite a few of these matches, and make sure you people watching are prepared for all the baseball references that are about to come. All right, so that is a look at Group D. Let's take a gander over at the players in Group C. Let's start with the 14 seed, who I believe is an old veteran of the game. Is this who am I thinking of? Okay, I don't know if she wants me to call her old, but I like being smart. She's been playing these games for years and years, and it's always fun to see her participate and get salty at the game, just like the rest of us. I'll just tell you right now, I'm probably never going to be as good as her at Wario's Woods, so she'll always have that over me. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she's been around longer in the community than you have, hasn't she?
I'm pretty sure she was part of the daily Speedruns Live S-Hard races that community had that I was watching back in 2013.
It feels like Nicole in these games has maybe not as high of a ceiling as other people, but she tends to be very consistent in her times. So if her opponent just slips up a little bit, and that can definitely happen in these categories if you get trapped in a not being able to top off the opponent loop. I think Nicole is going to be able to sneak past them, and she does have a reputation for pulling out some really good times and putting up some really good performances in these tournaments. I mean, she if you've hung out with us, you know that she works as a manager at Jimmy John's, and if you handle the stress of food service, like, I don't think you're going to get very tilted by bad puzzle games.
Yeah, I would say she's probably among the group of this players group for this tournament, if not probably one of the two most consistent runners we've got. So not particularly high ceiling, can definitely put up some good times, but nowhere near the lowest floor in this group. And if you slip up, Nicole's gonna take advantage.
Mm-hmm.
God, like practically all of the groups are full of really, really scary people. Like this is the fourth highest seed in this group, and she's definitely like she's got a sub 9 run. It was a few years ago, but she's definitely capable of that. And anyone capable of that is definitely capable of making waves in a tournament like this. Maybe she can at least repeat her top 6 finish from 2018. Definitely interested to see how that turns out. Let's go to our 11 seed. It's 6.
Hey.
Bit of a newer player to our tournament scene, but definitely plays quite a few games with the name Tetris on them, whether it be Tetris Attack or Tetris Effect or Tetris 99. So yeah, 6 is definitely one of the go-to people to watch high-level Tetris play. For sure.
I think he signed up by accident thinking this was just a regular Tetris tournament.
How's that?
Oh no, I think 6 has been looking forward to this one since the PPL tournament. A little bit of a tough draw in that group stage.
Yeah.
In that last tourney, ended up in a 3-way tie and on the wrong end of the tiebreakers. Definitely got some good skill, able to put together some solid runs, good qualifying times across the board. Going to be another tough out if he doesn't take a run and really take a spot, which he easily can as well.
Yeah, so 6 has been taking these games pretty seriously. I mean, he put in a lot of time into PPL. He put in a lot of time into Tetris Attack. Just a wholesome, dedicated member of the community. Definitely much more level-headed than I am. So it's just great to have him around, and it's gonna be great to see how he performs.
Yeah, I see those 5th and 6th place times in the lower levels. Like this might be the kind of format where 6 has a decent chance of excelling because of times like those.
Absolutely.
Definitely one to watch out for. Now let's go to our 6th seed, Lunar Chimera, who admittedly don't know that much about, relatively new to community. Does hang out with us in our Puzzle General race nights from time to time, and already has some stupidly good times on the board. Definitely another really talented person to watch for in this tournament.
Yeah, Lunar's got some definite skill and some raw ability that at times I don't know. I think Lunar, maybe even more so than me, is kind of the feast or famine type of player in this tournament, at least. So it's going to be really interesting. I've seen some crazy good times out of Lunar, and then there'll be a little bit of a dry spell. So keeping that consistent is going to be the key there.
Yeah, Lunar is. I think he also came over from the PvP scene, kind of partially through the PPL tournament, and he's been a pretty fun member of the community. Has some really solid times. Ended up grinding to get that number 6 seed. So probably, like just on the bubble of being one of those like really scary people at the top. But like when you have an 809 V hard, that's like like getting a good time at V hard. It's a combination of skill and dedication. So it's gonna be pretty scary in that group.
Definitely one I'll be interested in watching quite a bit more of in the immediate future. But Lunar was not quite good enough to be the boss of this group. The boss of this group, oh boy, it's FFR Pro, our Pokemon Puzzle League S Hard record holder, my goodness, I feel like Tetris Attack is a stronger game. As fast as he is with his cursor, he has the PPLS hard record, but I feel like Tetris Attack is his better game. And,
I think he'd agree with you there.
Oh
yeah, like I was gonna say, FFR Pro is only the 3 seed. Like that's we're gonna talk about the other 2 seeds, but that just kind of goes to show you just how stacked the top of the seeding is. And like whenever we do easy through V hard on race nights, like it's just raw cursor speed matters more on the easier difficulties. So I just feel like you're just not gonna beat him. I mean, like easy through V hard isn't a category, thankfully, I'd say, in this tournament. But whenever we do that category in race night, he just wins those by minutes sometimes because of the raw cursor speed. So if he's anything remotely consistent in his matches, sometimes he's had a problem, relying a little bit too much on that cursor speed. But if it all comes together, like I just don't see how like anyone could take a single game off him, honestly.
A single game might be possible, but yeah, there's a clear line, I think, between the 1, 2, and 3 seed and everyone else, where I think everyone's got a chance, but I think three and up have separated themselves into a little bit higher category there. Speaking as the 5 seed, and Tay, you're the 4, and it sounds like you agree. I think there's going to be a little bit of a gap there where it's possible. Everything's possible with this game, and as you mentioned, we're all inside of that range of possibilities of RNG on this game, but that's going to be tough. And you look at those previous appearances there, the 2016 champion and the 2018 second place finisher on the Tetris Attack tournaments. FFR is certainly the favorite for this group and a favorite for the tournament overall.
Yeah, I don't see, like, I'm so glad that I got out of the brackets or the groups with the top 3 seeds, because I do not feel confident in my chances against any of them. But looking at the rest of them, I think FFR Pro is pretty much a lock to come out of this. And if I had to pick a second person to come out of Group C, I'd probably go with Lunar, just due to the higher ceiling, and he seems to be pretty level-headed in his runs, and that's really going to help when it comes to the matches.
Yeah, if we end up with a 3-way tie for second place again, I think 6 will scream. But I think my pick out of here, I think FFR is a lock, and I think it's going to be a really tight fight for that second advancing spot. But I think 6 has probably got an advantage due to our tournament format, and you pointed out the easy and normal modes are going to be something where I think he's got an advantage and might be able to use that to get the edge there, and every edge is going to be needed in this group.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it now. FFR and 6 are making it out of this group. That's what I'm thinking.
6 will see his vengeance.
get the revenge.
3-way tie, and 6 will get the tiebreaker this time.
Tiebreaker,
yes.
Go with the shortest name.
Oh yeah. Let's not forget about Dummy Grant 2, our placeholder player. Thanks a lot, Challenge, for making me have to input dummy players to make these groups balance out the way I want. But what are you gonna do?
Shout outs to Math Grant for volunteering to be our dummy spot holder.
Yep. He volunteered before the last tournament, and we're just gonna let that live on. we'll just have that be a meme for time immemorial. How about that? Okay. 2 groups down, 2 groups to go. Let's go to Group B and 15 seed Karaoke. I think I would call her a friend of the puzzle community. She's not super into these games, but she always has an enthusiasm. She's getting and enthusiasm to play in these tournaments. And believe me, we want players of all skill levels to join us for these tournaments. So you can't be discouraged if you can't get the best times. We want everyone to join. We want more people to be around, and karaoke definitely is one of those people that loves to be around, even if she doesn't always get the best times. I mean, she knows a thing about getting times, though. She's been speedrunning for years. My goodness, she's like OG as far as the speedrunning community is concerned.
Yeah, I think karaoke knows that she's probably doesn't have a great chance in this tournament, but she kind of exemplifies what I talk about when I try to get people to speedrun in these games, is that like you don't have to be that good to speedrun these games. If you can just chain decently and do some combos, you can beat the opponents pretty quickly, and that can be really fun if you're making the jump from being a casual player to a speedrunner. And you don't have to be an incredible speedrunner to be a member of the community. I've really appreciated karaoke's engagement with these games. She's done commentary on a couple marathons for me. She's just fun to have around, fun to have in the tournament, and definitely glad she's here.
Absolutely. Karaoke and I had a match in the PPL tournament last year, and it was a ton of fun. We were joking through the whole thing. I even had a really bad round that made it close. It was in the early stages, and I was still getting my handle on PPL, and so we had a lot of enjoyment there. I think it's going to be fun matches with her all around.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to her really deep anime knowledge, because she has a really really impressive collection of anime games. Like once I was like, hey, I have this old like Monokemia game lying around, like, do you have any interest? And it's like, oh, I have that.
Oh yeah, it's always nice to see karaoke join us for these tournaments. I hope she has fun and continues to join us for these tournaments going forward. I mean that's really the goal. We're just here to have fun. We just want to have fun, and karaoke is definitely one of the people in this tournament starting to exemplify that. So we do thank her for joining us. Let's get to our 10 seed, who is new to our tournament scene. It is Galloping Conch. A console player who speedruns Super Metroid, and I admittedly don't know much else about him. So maybe
just say that don't do what Conch did and like grind V hard for 8 to 10 hours one day, because I think he did that, and that's not. That's not going to do much good for your mental health, but he is really, really devoted to the grind when he gets into that mood, and probably kicking it up to another level as he gets that practice in before the tournaments. He grinded for that 828 in qualifying, which was not super far off of his PB, so he can like really get into the zone and put up some good times.
Yeah, Galloping's got some definite skill, especially in V hard. I think he's gonna have an adjustment. He's admittedly, even in the chat here, we've seen he's not a fan of easy mode or even normal. So I think that's gonna be something that over the next a couple weeks here, he's going to want to put a little bit more work in. But he's got the skill set, he's got the feel for the game that he can definitely hit on all cylinders and crank out some really good times. The other thing is we've done a number of races or nights together where we're both grinding or whatever, and he does a good job of not letting that salt stop him. We've all felt the salt of a minute and a half long lunch fish or something, but that's not something that Galloping lets stop him. He relishes the salt for a little while. Tay, you can appreciate that, and then jumps right back into it.
I don't wallow in the salt. I didn't rage quit my stream last night playing VR.
Oh, we'd be remiss about talking about mentioning individual stage times and not mention Conch being one of the only people to record a 7-second V-hard Bowser. Like,
what?
I haven't even done that. I like, my fastest Bowser has been 10 seconds. I've never done the 7-second Bowser, but Conch has, and that's our 10 seed. Oh my god.
That is disgusting.
But as always, with the rule with this game is you can't gold split on a PB pace, apparently. So we need those 7-second Bowsers to show up on good pace. That's when we need them.
Oh, this insane. The talent pool. Like, compare this talent pool to what we had in 2018 or 2016. Like, wow, people are getting so much better.
And even the returning people, everybody's PBs are 30, 45 seconds better, a minute plus, depending on who it is. Like, everybody's improvement has been crazy.
Oh man. But the more things change, though, the more some things do stay the same, and I do think our number 7 seed will definitely show how some things have not changed. It is BB Forky.
BB Forky.
One of the OGs of this community. It's been around for many years. Basically came out of retirement again just for this tournament. Actually got into the registration under the deadline this time. Just nearly missed out on last year's PPL tournament, but yeah, I consider Forky to be the best hype man this community has, and he was the hype man for FFR's PPLS hard record. So yeah, good moments tend to happen around this guy, but yeah, his runs he put in late in qualifying were not too shabby on their own. Like it's like Forky's ceiling may be a bit more than our might be a bit more than the 7 seed seems to indicate.
There's some rust there, and as soon as he starts knocking it off, he's gonna get real dangerous real fast.
Yeah, I seriously popped off on my stream when I found out that Forky had joined the tournament. Like, this guy is just such a fun hype man, such a good community presence, not just for the Puzzle General community, but I think he's been at least tangentially involved in several other speedrun communities, including Goof Troop. I know he's pretty big on that game, and
for the win.
Yeah, I think what was that game? Did it in the GDQ a couple years back, but just a great guy to have in the tournament. I know, life's been busy for him lately, so I'm really glad that he was able to, come into the tournament last minute and get the number 7 seed. That's pretty impressive. But to talk about his game skills themselves, I think, from what I recall in the PPL 2017 tournament, his cursor, like, he's a smarter player, but doesn't necessarily have as fast of cursor speed necessarily, which could hurt in group stages. But if he can make it out of group stages and get into the bracket, I think that's really going to help him when it becomes just V hard. Like, he's good at setting up combos. He doesn't drop chains very often, and that's really important for V hard.
Yeah, definitely high on the control with Forky, not
style.
definitely high on the control with Forky. Maybe not necessarily on the speed, but sometimes you just gotta work smarter, not harder. And when Forky is on, he's put up some strong showings. Just never know with this guy. But he's definitely gonna face a significantly uphill battle in this group, because our Group B boss, Foxy Man, just shoots right over from the PvP scene, gets into the speedrunning of these games, and just gets top times almost immediately, coming in second in the last PPL tournament. Foxy Man, oh boy, what
this guy.
Definitely so scary.
I don't know who this guy thinks he is, just coming in and being amazing right away. Really giving me a run for my money in last fall's tournament. Like, he's definitely really been able to transfer over those fast PvP skills into speedrunning techniques. Like, look at his times in qualifying. He gets like third, second to end up with the number 2 seed. And honestly, like, the only thing I could ding him for is like maybe some slight consistency issues that popped up in the PPL tournament. But we're back on his turf now in Tetris Attack, and he has the experience kind of learning how to deal with those nerves. So, like, definitely one of the heavy favorites, I'd say.
Well, that PPL tournament taught us 2 things about Foxy. Maybe the nerves, get him a little bit inconsistent, but once you get him backed up against a wall, he turns into a machine and just buzzsaws his way through. He had the first round of the bracket, the quarterfinals, and the semifinals. He went down to elimination games and won 2 in a row to pull himself back out. Including against me and against Cards. So,
yeah, I got flattened.
There may be some inconsistency, but when it matters, when the rubber hits the road, Foxy's got another gear that he's able to find and just start mowing through.
And honestly, like, having, just more broadly speaking, I think having another gear matters more in this game than in PPL, because when you got to S-Hard in PPL, kind of going berserk doesn't really help in S-Hard. It's a very...
S-Hard's such a slog.
Yeah, it's such a cerebral category, but in V-Hard, if you can just, like, go berserk and send, like, send a 4 lag chain with a bunch of combo garbage, and you can just rattle off some really fast stages. So, like, Foxy can definitely do that.
Oh boy. Yeah. It seems like as far as this group goes, seems like Foxy and Forky are far and away the favorites. But their clash I expect to be legendary.
I'm calling dibs on that commentary.
I think the Forky Conch match, actually, not only is it going to decide who comes out of this, but I think it's going to come down to the picks of game speed modes, in that second, third, fourth part of the match. I think that is actually going to be the little meta, part that decides their match and decides this group.
Oh yes. There's hardly a not scary person in these groups. Yeah. Conch can definitely pull one out against Forky, maybe against Foxy too, if those consistency issues rear up again. But yeah.
Hey. Well, you know what they say: no plan survives a minute 30 Kamek and minute 30 Bowser.
No. The cave is where all the good runs go to die, and they die so often. It's kind of sad, actually.
Oh yeah. No, I think Foxy may have a round or 2 taken off him, but I think he's pretty safe to advance. His skill level is just so high.
All right. We're 3 down, 1 to go. Let's talk about the big group, the 5-person group in this stage. Group A. We're starting with our number 17 seed, a new player to the tournaments, Junkyard Dave. I've heard the name a few times before. He does play this game off and on throughout the years, but I think he's big more into the NES scene, doing task work for stuff like Batman, and Bucky O'Hare, and Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Like definitely does some good work with those games more than this one. And I'm actually a little sad because we could have had our first couple in this tournament. His significant other, his better half, Kat Kunoichi, also qualified for this tournament, but had to drop for personal reasons. Bit unfortunate, but Dave is sticking around and will carry on the household name. Hope he's able to get in a good showing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see some new faces to me, new names to me, but anyone who likes to jump over and enjoy the tournament, put up some qualifying times in 3 of the categories, so perhaps that V-Hard has a decent time in there and can really put the scare in some people in this really in the biggest group. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know much about Dave at all. Just looking at the times, maybe more of a casual player that's hopping over, and that's great if someone just has fun playing the game. They can just come be around the tournament and come be around the community, and maybe this will maybe they'll put up some really good times or get motivated to grind during and after the tournament. So yeah, just always great to see a fresh face and how they'll perform.
Yeah, there's gonna be a bit of an uphill battle for Dave in this tournament, but I know he likes things difficult, and I can tell he likes things difficult because not only does he speedrun Bucky O'Hare for the NES, he speedruns it on the anti-piracy hard mode. That game was built with a health bar in mind, and hard mode has one-hit deaths.
So, what?
Oh no!
Wow.
Yes. Dave is a top speedrunner in that game, so I know he likes his games to be really, really difficult. so we'll see if he can rise to the challenge of this Group A, which definitely has some challenges in it for sure. Let's go to now. We go from a new face to a very old face. We're wondering why we're still seeing him here. It's Lightning. In his fifth Puzzle League tournament appearance. We're still not sure why he keeps coming back. I'm not sure he knows himself, but those competitive juices flow at tournament time, and Lightning shows up and shows out anyway. I believe he got like he had to get like an impressive PB in like his last group stage match to get into the PPL 2020 bracket. So he's still got the capacity to bring it if he really wants to bring it. Sometimes I question the enthusiasm, but he can show out.
Speaking of the tournaments bringing people out, yeah, Lightning self-admitted, really unsure that oh no, a new tournament, I don't think I'm going to sign up, as I think he's, literally his hand is going to hit the click button to sign up. Not sure why he does it, but he's great to have around, and absolutely, I think, loves the game, but won't admit it. So I think it's always fun matches with Lightning, and not someone who's just around because they want to be, but which he does, but also has some skill at puzzle games. So we'll make at least a few matches interesting, and has a chance to make some noise, and we're gonna see a good amount of him with again being the largest group stage.
Yeah, I mean, like how can we underplay the former PPLV hard world record holder?
No, we can't. We cannot undersell that. Is Lightning definitely has some skill in there somewhere. Wonder what we're gonna have to do to pull it out of him.
He just needs to harness it. Like, I think he just the number 16 seed because he got into qualifiers like talking to Cards about how to submit his runs like 20 minutes before the deadline.
That was a surreal call to be a part of. But by the way, I was going through last minute graphics and last minute run submissions, just surrounded by chaos and panic to try to get runs in by the deadline. I kind of expect that with like give people a month to submit runs, and they often wait last minute. But that last rush on the last day was something else.
Yeah, for those who weren't present, we had something like 7 or 8 people in kind of just spontaneously hop in voice chat and start grinding. Like, after I just said, hey, I'm gonna grind V hard for qualifiers, anyone else can hang out, and then like 8 people come hang out. So it was just a really fun community moment, like a mad dash for qualifiers, and maybe a little bit of pain for you Cards, but hopefully it was ultimately worth it.
Oh, definitely, especially if we can get people like Lightning out of retirement to join us for these tournaments. It was great to see. I'm glad I started putting in those qualifiers to test people how they're doing lately. It's definitely created some last minute rushes that I've been very, very happy to see, and I definitely take on the responsibility of trying to skim over those runs last second. So good to see Lightning. Good to see everyone join us for this tournament, and that includes our number 9 seed, who is a bit of a new face to the tournament scene, Bumbledon. Apparently really likes Tetris Attack enough to use stage clear stages for his stream layouts, and also tends to feature quite a few cats on his stream layouts too. So good to see him join us. He already has a sub 9 V hard, so he's definitely been playing the game quite a bit. He also plays NES Ninja Gaiden, so I know I can tell he likes things a little bit difficult himself.
Yeah, this guy loves pain, apparently. He's playing Ninja Gaiden and then also this game. But just go. I don't really know much about Bumbledon either, but just looking at those times, like, you definitely can't discount him. Like 8:30. Once you get into sub 9 V hard, like, that starts getting pretty impressive. Puts up solid numbers and easy, normal, and hard as well. And I just think it kind of goes to underscore how fun it is in these tournaments, like having newcomers show up and seeing how they can perform and watching their matches. And hopefully they'll become part of our race nights or part of the community. We'll get to know them a little better. So welcome to the tournament, Bumbledon.
Yeah, I not knowing much about him, but seeing those times, I actually went over to the board to watch a couple of those runs, and it's just a reminder to me that just because someone's maybe a little bit new to putting a timer to this game doesn't mean they're new to the game or playing it fast. And I love seeing people come out and go, oh, same thing I did a few years back. oh, I should put a timer and see how fast I'm going. Yeah, I've been doing that for years. I just didn't realize how fast. Let's look at this.
There we go.
It's great to see, and I see myself in that, and I'm hoping that that's we're gonna have more and more people do that. Where I've been playing this game and trying to beat it as quick as I can. Let's actually put a timer on and see what I can do.
Ah, yes, always nice to see new people get involved with the community. Bumbledon, I'm sure, is going to have a great opportunity to make a good showing in this tournament, especially once he goes up against the number 8 seed in this group, which is Wired Wiki, coming back to these tournaments after a good showing in the 2018 tournament. Definitely has been playing this game for quite a while. Probably more occupied these days with the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering BSG Marathon, but I've seen him put up some good showings at marathons for V hard runs. So I mean, he's got a top 10 V hard time. So that's gonna be a tough one. He's gonna be a tough out.
Yeah, really glad Wiki's coming back. Has maybe transitioned a little bit away from the puzzle scene. I know he is part of BSG and has done a lot of Link to the Past as of late, but definitely a pretty solid runner. I'm not really sure what his consistency is like. I don't think I've watched him play that often, but it's definitely pretty scary. The hard times and easy, normal, and hard look pretty solid as well. So I'm just, that'll be a fun matchup to see them go against Bumbledon.
Yeah, based on the times that he has up on the leaderboard, and then the times that he put in qualifying times, if there was some rust, it's gone already. So Wired's going to be able to drop some good times. Got some great consistency across the different categories. Watched one of his streams a couple weeks ago when he was warming up, doing some easy to V hard runs. It has all the skills there, and it hasn't been part of the community for a little bit, but the skills didn't go away. So another welcome back, and a definite runner to keep an eye on.
The matchup between Wiki and Bumbledon should be one of the better matches of the entire tournament. I would imagine. Wiki. Not gonna lie, Wiki's gonna have me sweating just a little bit because when you know it, I am the number 1 seed.
Give yourself the Bowser graphic.
Yeah, I was always gonna give number 1 seed the Bowser graphic. I have been regarded as the final boss.
You played this game a little bit, haven't you?
A little. I mean, I was the first person to record a sub 8 V hard. That was 2014. So I've been doing this a while. Yeah. And somehow on the second to last day of qualifying, I clutched out a 724 V hard to take that top spot. But man, I do worry about my consistency sometimes. I'm good at getting sub 10s, but sub 9s, I don't know. I get a little worried sometimes. What do you guys think?
I feel like people talk about your consistency when it comes to these puzzle tournaments. It doesn't seem like you put up really bad times almost ever. And in a game like Tetris Attack, when your initial garbage volley is so important, I don't really think you drop those that often, and sometimes that could make the difference. So I mean, you're really good at these these games, and you've put in a lot of attention and time, and even have done the R and G manips Yeah, luckily you're not going to be able to take
No.
advantage of that RNG manip for
this time.
for this tournament, but it's going to be, any match that you're in, I think, is going to be must watch.
Absolutely. I think it's two sides that we look at your play, especially your board vision. I think is probably your calling card, and that's something that I consistently look at to try and improve in my own game. So it's something that we're always looking at. And you mentioned you were the first sub 8. It's crazy to think that now sub 8 doesn't even get you top 10 on the leaderboard anymore. The top there's an 11th place spot that's sub 8 and isn't. And just a few years ago, you were the first sub 8. This game has changed and improved. I think you're clearly one of the favorites to be in the semifinals and the final 4, but it's not a giant gap between you and Foxy, certainly, and FFR and you have had some epic matches in the past as well, and we've said it through this whole preview. The RNG is enough to have a chance everywhere. You're generally so consistent that you can fight off that most of the time, but it's going to be great matches to watch. And I think to your last note on your screen there, you're very particular about your controller D-pads.
I am.
Who isn't?
Yeah.
Who isn't?
Yeah.
I think I get a new controller every 6 months because I break the D-pad. So, yeah, who isn't in this game?
Yeah, I've had some known. I've made my difficulties with D-pads known. I get trouble just finding a good one at times,
Yeah,
and I was able to find some Super Famicom controllers a few months back that do the job well enough for me. So
At
I've
least
got
for the
I've
next
got a
few months till you break them.
I think it's kind of fun how, for the second tournament in a row, we didn't have anyone sweep all the categories. Like in the PPL tournament, you pulled out that bonkers hard mode. And
Still record, by the way.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible. Not
I don't
one
know
I'm
how I
really
did that.
interested in going after. And I think in this one, FFR Pro beat you in hard mode, wasn't it?
In hard and easy. He actually set an easy record in qualifying.
Until Yoshimitsu got it back 32 minutes later.
Yoshi's just insane. It's been unfortunate that he's not playing in these tournaments anymore, but
Why don't we give a brief shout out to people that we hope could have participated but sadly aren't able to. I know Yoshi has been busy, has some IRL issues. I think we were all hoping that Cozy Pocket could join, but is unfortunately dealing with some personal issues. Montucky or Monty, probably same boat. So it would have been really great to, they're pretty good players. It would have been great to see them in the tournament. Hopefully they're able to, stop by for some of the matches.
Yeah, we do not have all of our best players in this tournament somehow, but we've got quite a few good ones, and there's a few crumpled together in Group A. They're clumped together in Group A a bit. Like man, the match between Wiki and Bubbledon's gonna decide who gets the second seed in that group.
Man, I was just thinking about the quality of player that we're gonna have out of all 4 groups to be the first one out. So our third place finisher in each group is going to be such a strong group of players with so much skill in this game. As a measure of how stacked this tournament is and how much skill and how much ability has come into this, but also how much those of us who have been around a while in this community, the sharing of knowledge, of techniques, of what to watch for, how to improve, how all of those little things has just brought everyone's speed up, and the newcomers have been able to jump in and gain that shared knowledge that we're all willing to give to each other, and really just bring all of this to bear with some really, really talented and fast times for people who aren't going to make bracket. It's just that stacked.
Yeah, I am not going to feel bad if I don't make it out of groups. As I mentioned, we just have so many good players in this tournament, and to your point, TA, about the new community members, that's just such a great thing about this community. Like, we're smaller, but we're very dedicated, and if anyone wants to come hang out and race with us, I think Lunar did that, and Foxy did that. And if you're a newcomer, you're just you're in a voice call with some of the best players in the game, and you're all just hanging out. And I think if you're in a larger speedrun community, like if you're playing Super Mario 64, I don't think you're getting in a voice call with Cheese and Punkishun just when you start. So just love all the new people, love all the members of the community, and really excited to see the matches kick off.
Sometimes I'll just pop into random Twitch streams and watch people play. I think we just all love this game, and we love seeing other people play it with us. So yeah, please, by all means, join us in the Discord. Follow us on Twitter at Puzzle General. Find out when we have these matches. May be able to announce other things in the near future. I'm not entirely certain, but yeah, the more the merrier, as I say, and I want to see as many people play these games as I can, and I might need to get around to actually making some proper tutorials soon, because I think it's a thing our community's been lacking. Just the documentation really needs to be there.
I will say one quick housekeeping thing for anybody who hasn't noticed. Most of you have made it over to the stream. We unfortunately are not loved by Twitch and don't have our own Tetris Attack game category. So you may notice we're on Panel de Pan, and we love the PvP community, and being sister games, if you will. We are now sharing a Twitch category, but that's something that if you didn't notice that, or you're trying to find us and can't remember, or trying to see who else is playing casually or in one of these tournaments or speedrunning, the category name may throw you off, but you see it here now. So
yeah, maybe the SNES Online Switch release will help bridge that gap just a little bit, but yeah, this is a good game. This is a good game, we swear. and you
don't listen to anything Tay tells you.
I think it's a worse game than Pokemon Puzzle League.
Don't listen to him, please. All right, I think we've had enough. Talking about all of these players. There's a match format that I'm debuting for this tournament that definitely had some of our players asking questions about how it was going to work. So, Tayman, how about you join me in showing us how the format's gonna work? How's that sound?
Well, that sounds pretty fun. I could be convinced.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go ahead and set up our games, and we'll have a nice old friendly exhibition match with the group stage rules to show you how that's gonna go, and get some hype flowing for that tournament. How does that sound?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a bit of an intermission commercial break to set those things up, and we will be right back with some actual Tetris Attack gameplay on this tournament preview. You are watching Puzzle General. Stay tuned. There we go. That should be everything to get this going. So, welcome back to Puzzle General's Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2021. I am Cards of the Heart, the reigning Tetris Attack champion. I am joined in this nice little exhibition matchup with our Pokemon Puzzle League champion, Tayman. Got Tetris Attacker also on the commentary here, and we are going to show off just what this new tournament format is going to look like. So we are going to be racing, but we're probably going to be racing on all 4 of the difficulty levels at some point in this match, but we've got to decide amongst ourselves what the first level is going to be. So, Tayman, what are you feeling for the first race of the day?
Let's just get the pain of easy mode out of the way.
Easy every time.
Agreed. So, I will create the easy mode race, and then, let's see. We'll put this in here to show that we are playing on easy mode for the first one, and put that there too. There we go.
Where do you drop that? That race link.
Let me get that. Let me get that in. I'll just DM it to you.
All right. There we go. Yeah, to everyone watching, my emulator pauses every time I click out of it. Probably a setting I can change. So if it pauses randomly, there's nothing wrong with it.
We'll make sure you get that fixed before your first real race.
Yeah, that'll be okay. We can work with that. Let's see. So yes, easy mode is the first level. We will not be playing easy mode again unless we get to a game 5, but we've got a bit of a way to go before we get that far. So let's actually get this first race underway.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Alright. I am now in position, so we will still have our banter between the two of us, but TA, if you wouldn't mind talking a bit about easy mode and how these matches are going to go as we get into this, be much appreciated.
Absolutely. Let's get this started, and we'll guide you all through some of what you're going to be seeing here. So,
alrighty.
Runners, when you're ready, take it away.
Oh. All right. Ooh, that's a nice. I think that's a nice setup.
Interesting.
All right, so we're starting off, and an interesting thing about all of the game modes is that the behavior of most of the early AI is very similar, except for Lakitu, who tends to have a little bit of differences, and both players are seeing this right now, getting on the wrong end of a Lakitu clear.
What is
but at least we're consistent.
Yeah.
So common.
Well, my experience with easy mode is that they just spend all their time leveling the stack. So when you send your garbage, it's just they're ready with the clear. It's annoying.
Well, stack leveling is something that you is a particular bane of yours from PPL as well. But here in easy mode, yeah, stack leveling is the thing. The AI is programmed to prioritize not having those towers to do a lot of down stacking. But they also tend to not raise as high as they're not aggressive in stack raising as say hard or V hard. So you tend to have to send a little bit more garbage to actually top them off, which seems counterintuitive, but you have to do a lot more work to top off an easy opponent a lot of the time.
That's enough? Yeah, that's enough. Hey, there we go.
Not sending up there. Oh my god.
That was so that's something that you'll probably be running into, and if you think the player's probably making that question in their head, they probably are. Whether or not there's enough. Sending enough garbage on that first wave is deceptively hard to judge when you're bouncing back and forth between modes like this. When you're used to one mode all the time, you can get a really good feel for if something's enough of garbage, or if you're really careful and good at counting how many lines you've built. You can know about how many that you need to drop to have a good chance. But when you bounce modes, sometimes you find yourself doing far too many lines, and this game punishes you for doing too many lines sometimes. People who are more familiar with, say, Pokemon Puzzle League or watch some of the most recent tournament, we've talked about a mechanic in these games called Shake Time, where a large chain block will drop.
Yep.
And you will leave your opponent time to respond because your block is so large that the screen shake actually doesn't count against their time topped off, and they can give more time to respond. Tetris Attack can be very punishing if you give a lot of shake time. So it's constantly a balance, and the mantra of our own cards here is, when in doubt, don't chain more, combo more.
This mode is not treating me very well.
Didn't start off great for me either, so we're not setting any records in this one, I'm afraid.
But yeah, you'll see a lot of the oh, I got lucky there, or oh, I just missed that. It's a common refrain here.
I'm not sure I wanted that, but okay. But yeah, this game really does encourage you to make more combos as opposed to bigger chains. Just combos, it's just generally faster to make more. To make 2 rows of garbage at a time instead of 1, but combos do other things that we can probably get into a bit later that just make them so important to the run.
Absolutely, and which combo you make matters as well. So for those who are a little bit less familiar, the sizes of those garbage blocks that are being formed and dropped there on the right are dependent on which size of combo or chain you made on your side. And if you notice, the screen is 6 wide. And when you make a 4 combo, easily the easiest one to make, you make a piece of garbage that is 3 spaces wide. And so you have to do 2 of those to actually fill an entire line. So it's very important to not be spamming 4 combos, which, Tay, I know that's an adjustment for you at times. The meta in PPL involves 4 combos heavily.
Not heavily, just for like the initial setup.
Yeah, but it's required on basically everything to be fast.
No, right. Oh, I almost killed myself.
Meanwhile, I'm on the last stage.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just not very good at easy mode. It was like, you know what, this is about 2% of the weighting. I'm just not gonna do much easy mode.
Ooh.
One last thing that we're all gonna have to keep track of, and that's runners in particular. The last stage is not the same stage, and there's time for cards. Everybody gets used to going to the same spot, and oh hey, I still have 2 more stages left. No, Piranha's the end of easy. You may feel like you've got a couple stages left. No. You got to finish. You got to be done. Normal mode adds the extra 1, and V-Hard adds 2 more past that. But remembering when you're done and when to click that done or the done button is important.
This is embarrassing. Oh.
Yeah, just
cards.
just casually 2 seconds off my PB. Yeah, that's not gonna happen in a race.
Cards over here. Yeah, we're not going to be setting any records here in this run, except almost.
Yeah, very very nice cards.
I really hope these lower levels do create violent swings in timing, because yeah, I do think these are the great equalizers. I hope we.
I anticipate that they will. So I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of very interesting differences between one match to the next, even amongst the same runners.
Speed me by a minute, no big deal.
Did you actually dot in the race, Tay?
Oh, I gotta do that. I lost. I didn't lose any internet. Okay. Really important.
Oh well. We'll not worry about that too much. See, I think that was a 704 from you based on the delay I saw. So
that sounds about right.
We'll count that as a 704.
And then this is where the strategy gets interesting, folks.
Yes.
Round 2. Tay,
yes, round 2, Tay.
What do you want?
Let's go into hard mode. Get a little whiplash. We're gonna have a timing whiplash here.
Alrighty. So just hang around, just look in the Tetris Attack race time page, and you should be able to see the new races.
Let me go over there.
So let's see here. So now we'll start that for hard mode, and then we'll add this in here. But there is one other thing I do need to add that is kind of important for this race layout. One I'm semi proud of here. I gotta give myself a star for the first win. I made it make a sound as I reveal it.
What a slick animation.
Oh,
Very
that's
nice.
so great. Cards is graphic design is your passion.
I'm very limited in how many ways I know how to manipulate things, but the ways I do know, I like to think I'm very good with them.
You're gonna use them to their fullest for sure.
All right. We'll get into hard mode here.
And yeah, to the comments in the chat, there may be some races where lag time between actually finishing and clicking that button comes into play. Cards has brought it up before. Practice clicking the button. Runners, get ready to practice clicking the button.
Very important.
All right, here we go.
We've got race times that are going to be in the 6, 7, 8 minute range. These are going to be quicker matches than some of the other game modes, maybe in PPL. Get used to being ready to click that button.
That's why I recommend having it actually pre-typed, having the done done in the Racetime chat.
Yo.
Racetime.gg gives you the nice option of just button click as well. So if you have that mouse hovering right near there, that makes it nice and easy as well.
Yeah, we migrated from Speedruns Live for last year's tournament. They were preeminent in providing timing for races for various communities, but things haven't been updated in a while, so
Oh, Tay. Oh,
I was tied. Playing with fire
my
there.
goodness. So we may see, and that one was a close call. We may see a couple occasional deaths due to the as you called it, whiplash in timing between modes here. Clearly, a couple of those combos, you were trying to set up didn't quite line up the way you wanted. And maybe that played into you letting that get a little bit high on the screen. And we're going to be seeing some of that during this tournament for sure.
Okay, that was pretty good.
all right, that's better.
No, like, because my main category, like S-Hard and PPL, doesn't require, like, you want a fast, like, start, but it doesn't require, like, a blitz of lag chains and combos. So, like, but these categories absolutely do, and that's, like, what I'm gonna have to get used to.
Yeah, you want to get off to a quick start. You want to get as much over onto that screen as possible. And switching here over to hard mode, you want timing. There's some definite room as far as where that timing is going to sit, but simply blitzing out and nonstop, not taking a pause to see what your opponent's timing is and when to drop isn't going to do the job in hard mode or V hard. You want to do that little peek over at the opponent's screen and figure out when to drop your chain. And your combo garbage timing matters, as well, and it is not wholly independent from the chain timing, but they're not 100% linked either.
Okay. I usually try to aim for because every match you and your opponent start with enough panels to fill 5 full rows. I try to send 7 lines of garbage as a baseline for these stages, though several of them several stages do tend to require 8 or 9 lines of garbage, and that's just unfortunate when those things happen. But
yeah, and there's a couple starting layouts that we'll see, and we'll probably see some of our runners take advantage of it, where you can get away with less. If the particular setup is a little bit higher, and you've got an opponent that, if you're able to get off 4 lines of garbage really fast, the right timing can result in a quick kill if you can get them right as they're raising their stack, for example. They're risky strats, because if you miss it, you have a lot longer to get your setup done, to try and make up for the fact that didn't take out that AI. But they can certainly be effective at times.
ooh,
Yeah, that's
unfortunate.
And then sometimes Lunchfish just happens to have one ready for you, like you did with cards right there.
or it's just, why are you that low, Lunchfish? Oh, I did the old swap in and out.
Yep. So, and that's I'm curious to see during this tournament how much we see of that between game speed modes, especially with the couple players like Tay, who this game's nuances are just enough different from the one that you've spent thousands of hours grinding, that maybe those small little things will get you here and there.
That was a bit too
I
close.
haven't counted, and I don't want to. Ooh, that's a nice raven. But I was gonna say, Cards, maybe we should, even if you end up sweeping me 3-0, maybe we should just play out the whole set.
Why not? Why not? We should show off all the levels. Yeah, I am definitely down for that.
Nobody wants to see V hard. It's the category no one wants to watch. No one wins that. We're only doing any V hard because Cards made us do it because of the format. Everybody wants to play easy mode all the time.
Everyone loves easy mode. All right.
We've got ourselves quite the tight race here. Both of our racers. There is a little bit of lag on your guys' stream. Hayes' screen is going to be about 3 or 4 seconds behind. Cards that's going to vary as we go, so it's not a hard and fast rule. But if it looks like they're tied, they're very, very close. So we're certainly in a tight race here. 14 and a 16. It's going to vary based on where you are, in a stage as far as cave, your later stages versus early, easy, or V hard. Generally, a mid-teen time anywhere is good. I don't know of any situation where you wouldn't take a 14.
Yep, we take those.
So yeah, absolutely. Obviously, faster is definitely possible, as we mentioned earlier. 9s, 10s, even crazy as 7s in some situations. But if you can consistently stay in the low 20s, or even better yet, in the teens, then you're going to be in reasonably good shape across the board. And these runners are going to kind of be shooting for that sort of time frame.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Very nice.
Good work.
Nice. Got away with sending him a little bit there.
Dang. There we go.
Ooh.
So that's a 739 for me, but it is going to be the man of Tay with the 729 taking his first game.
Alright, did not
start in
completely
there.
embarrass him in the previous stream. Let's go.
And look, the stars synchronize.
Here we go.
So I'm really proud of that one. That one took a bit to figure out how to work in, but it works. And
Fantastic.
so
All right.
for the third game,
Cards can pick between normal and V hard, so which is his choice?
I actually, I'm one of the weird people that actually likes the lower difficulty levels, so let's go normal.
You and me both, Cards. You
Right.
and me both.
Yeah, I really enjoy normal too. I think I have a habit of when I find like a different puzzle game category, I'll grind it for like 8 hours and then never come back to it. And like a few weeks ago, I was doing that for normal.
Here we go.
All right, let me hop in here. Yeah, I guess I hadn't even thought about how every single race is going to be hype. And like the PPL tournament was super close at times, and that game doesn't really lend itself to being close necessarily. So I just hope I don't overdose on excitement in these runs. But we just had a 10-second hard mode race.
I will repeat what I said back in the PPL tournament about this game. The RNG comes more often. There's more points of randomness, but because there's so many of them, sometimes it feels like they almost start to even themselves out.
Yeah.
They're not as punishing as PPL can be at times, where it hinges on one specific thing that can go from, 5 seconds to a minute with one single swing, one roll of the dice. But this game, it's over and over. There's little bits of randomness here and there, and you're constantly adjusting for all of them, and it can add up to really tight races a lot.
All right, I am ready to get this next game underway.
Yeah,
So let's get this one up in the air.
This thing.
We may go the distance either way, Tay.
Yeah,
That's what
let's
we're
go the
trying
distance the organic way.
Well, and to anybody wondering, this is kind of the energy that we're gonna see as far as this gameplay goes. The times will certainly vary. These are two of the best runners, but even players who have a slightly slower time, this game, a best of 5 goes quick. There's a lot of quick action. So whenever every match, buckle in, folks. It's gonna be a wild ride. It's not gonna be a long drawn out thing. There'll be some quick back and forth and then some smoke, and we'll see where the smoke clears and who's on top.
I don't know I didn't know what I was doing here, but I guess this works.
Is that gonna be good? Oh, perfect. I'd say normal. Out of all the non-V-hard categories, normal is definitely my favorite.
I think this is the one that gives you the best practice for V-hard, because the chains you really want to make in V-hard really do a good number at dispatching these foes efficiently.
Yeah, normal most of the time plays like a consistent version of V-hard, I'd say. Whereas V-hard's, normal is what you want V-hard to be, and V-hard just refuses to do it. Hard mode, the AI start to get a little quicker. They get some extra quirks in there. It plays almost distinct from V-hard sometimes, but normal is kind of, it lives up to its name at times. Most of the time, anyway.
There we
Yeah,
go.
V-hard is the parents had high expectations and it just didn't live up to them.
Oh my.
Meanwhile, a very tight race again.
Oh,
that was
that
neat.
was so
How did I do
good.
that?
A little long on the setup there from Tay, giving Froggy a little bit of time, but still came out with a really good time for it.
Anytime you get like the sick lag chain with combos. See, normal's also great because you have a little extra cursor speed to deal with, but it doesn't feel agonizingly slow.
Like, this is actually PPL speed. For those who were not aware, like this is what PPL almost exclusively plays at against the computers.
Larg had it instantly ready. All right, still good.
Yeah, so you'll notice, and this is something that, all of this style of game is important. Timing and good follow-ups is going to be a big thing here. And sometimes they're hard to judge, and sometimes they're hard to read, where, you sent the right amount, but they happen to get it clear. Okay, now how much do I need to calculate? How much garbage do I need to send to make sure that next wave, of clears isn't available to them and topped off again? And that's something we're going to see all of our runners fighting with. How much is enough? When do I stop? So I don't have to waste more time chaining and I can get this to drop, but it's going to be enough to be done. That's the big battle here.
Yeah, I just had a bad blarg despite setting it up really well, and that, that could just be the end of this.
Oh boy.
Okay, I have not set this up properly. Okay, but this is a good follow-up, good recovery.
Yeah, so that's important too. Tay just showed that. Sometimes you really want to set up for a chain, and you want to make sure that when it's clear that you've set it up in a way that's not going to work, that you know where to bail and start over. Start clean, and make sure that you're not digging yourself into a giant hole, and you're sending some more stuff right away. Keep it close. These matches are going to stay close as long as everybody is putting together decent chains and not really digging in too hard on their mistakes. We're gonna have the occasional cave troll.
I am throwing.
Same.
And Hookbill is playing the role perfectly for both of them right now. It's gonna happen. But if you can, wherever you can avoid it by being smart about your chaining, your clumps of combo garbage, that's where you want to be. This is going to be a tight race. So remember, we're normal mode. So Kamek is the final boss of normal mode. So we are almost the end already.
Actually, let's do that. Then let's do that and... Okay. I think I like that.
Nice lag chain. Very nice. 13 piranha. That's what we like to see.
That's coming down to Kamek, isn't it?
16 piranha response from Tayman, coming down to Kamek. Ready for the hocus pocus all around.
Your Koopa cards.
Man, Kamek trolls so often, though.
Yep. Biggest troll in this game, I believe, is Kamek. You will never convince me otherwise.
Crap. That might be a problem.
Yeah. So was that just a mash issue there, Cards? You just mashed it too many times?
I think I just didn't. Jeez.
Oh wow!
I just didn't start that one. I just didn't have a good start to that one. Like trying to find my chain starter. I couldn't think past like X3 to save my life. And yeah, it just comes down to that sometimes.
I think
if anyone was wondering how close that was, that ended up being a 4-second difference.
I think it was my my strong start on Kamek that saved me, because I think it was like X4 with like 3 combo garbage and then another couple combo garbage to follow up.
Goodness gracious.
So GG's on that one.
Yeah, this has been very, very good. All right, Tay, time to give you your second win.
All right,
Sounds so good.
Round 4. Cards choice of V-hard, V-hard, or V-hard.
I'm gonna have to think about.
Which will you pick?
I'm gonna have
Cards,
to.
you would. Oh, sorry. I'm just looking at the stream and say, like, you would have got that Kamek if not for that accidental swap in and out.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just one line short. That's gonna happen. like you just gotta measure the. You just gotta measure your lines as best you can, and I'm not the best at counting while chaining. Even though I have just about all the records in Game Boy Tetris Attack, which is practically a requirement to do with that game, but counting and chaining is not something I'm really that good at. So here we go. We are going V-hard.
Yeah, pardon me for just a moment. I'm gonna pop to the restroom really quick, and then we'll get V-hard started.
Lovely. So yeah, the two of us will definitely be capable of finishing this in under 8 minutes. Almost certainly both of us will finish under 9 minutes, the way we've been playing lately. So This has the potential to be the closest one yet.
Which is saying something with a 4-second, normal finish there. So each race has gotten closer than the last.
I mean, yeah, there is a non-zero chance that we both eclipse our hard race times. I've done that kind of time quite a few times, and I know Tay is certainly capable of that.
All right, in the wheel of V hard, and it's V hard. Hop in here.
This is not a great position for me, in all honesty, because even if I do win this race, Tay would have a free pick of whatever level he wants for Game 5.
Yeah, the 2-1 advantage is a very strong one in this format.
It's kind of like the home field advantage.
Yep. We opened it right up for more baseball metaphors with Tay.
It could be a broader sports metaphor, and we all love sports.
That's true.
Shortly, people on Twitch.
All right.
What's really important here is to make sure that you get in the V hard.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to waste time by pre-entering the combination. Let's just go to it.
Just make sure you don't miss.
All right.
That was a discussion in the in one of the race nights the other night that some people they lose more V hard attempts to not entering the code correctly. So something to keep an eye on. So V hard, and most of you who are watching this is probably the category you are most familiar with. This is going to be the one that the bracket stages are ran on. So we're going to be seeing a lot of V hard. The ins and outs and intricacies of the AI in the V hard stage.
Oh my god.
Lend to some weird trolling at times. You'll get a situation where you're sure you got it.
Hey, surely at some point.
You're not sure until the animation plays and their cursor goes away. You're not sure. And one of the trolliest AIs in the entirety of VHard, luckily, I think, infuriatingly, but luckily, is Lakitu. So we can get him out of the way and done and move on.
Yeah. Fortunately, we get the trolly tough ones out of the way early. Bowser, though,
so
you just know. You just know Bowser's going to be a thing.
Yep. Kamek and Bowser, you're certainly in for it. But, so that's one thing that as we're watching this mode, probably more than any of the other ones, a lead is probably the least safe in this mode. So a 10-second lead going into Kamek is probably less of a lock than it is in some of your other modes, because of the high level of AI variance that you'll run into. And you'll find times when the AI just decides to be really cooperative, and suddenly everything just seems to drop that really shouldn't. And sometimes you'll find that same AI turns around and goes, I really don't care. You're not going anywhere for at least a minute. So that's going to be some of the swings that we get here. You'll notice that the behaviors of these AIs is something that we're going to run into a good deal more. And you saw that with Cards over there with Wiggler. And we're going to see that quite a bit. the starting position of the stack of your AI opponent is gonna be part of the calculation, but they adjust. Sometimes, like Froggy just did right here, they won't raise the stack. They'll start doing some chains, clear out some of it, and then go to do a stack raise afterwards. And you can take advantage of that timing if you're well positioned, or if you're not well positioned, they can drop it far enough and no longer be topped off. Sometimes you get the opposite, where they immediately do a 3 to 4 row stack raise, and have a very high stack that you have to try and drop something on right away. So there's some definite variance on the AI there. Tay over here doing some pretty good work trying to catch up, but getting a line short on Froggy.
Okay, well that's a good follow-up. Yeah, like right there, it looked like Froggy was high, and then all of a sudden he clears out like 12 blocks, and all of a sudden you're just in a pretty awkward spot.
Imagine sending 9 lines and not being able to get the quick kill because garbage got cleared.
That is...
Sounds like every day of my life.
Ugh.
No, I'm gonna go out to X6 here. Okay, X7 apparently.
Did not mean to go that far.
And it wasn't even enough!
It was... I was worried that was going to be a shake time issue, but that actually didn't even come into play because it wasn't enough to top off a very, very low blard down to the bottom 2 lines of the board. And Cards blard did, some similar shenanigans. So we're all in a similar boat here.
Oh boy, I can't seem to escape bad lunch fishes.
Oh
well.
Yeah.
Lunchfish, Lunchfish, what do you... Dude.
So if you see a Lunchfish's side there, the AI will occasionally get into this loop where they start prioritizing just buying time. Just get rid of a bunch of panels and buy time. And you'll see them go from clear 3 to clear 3 to clear 3, and sometimes 6 or 7 times. And all they're doing is stalling that garbage drop. And the only thing you can really do is make sure that, since they've lowered their stack so much, that you've got garbage ready and queued up to drop behind them. And that's really hard to do sometimes. But that's really all you can do in that particular situation. You have to be able to recognize it and put enough onto the board to do something about it as soon as you can. Okay. Meanwhile, Cards isn't getting any favors from the AI and still entered cave around 6 minutes, which is pretty darn good pace for a reset like this.
I have done nothing wrong on this Raven.
And while we all know that's true, it also kind of wasn't somehow. You messed up somewhere. You had to.
Pretty sure they were like frames away from death, and then they somehow bought like 30 seconds. But that's...
Well, Raven does prove that birds are jerks, so...
Okay, I just...
Slow on getting the setup ones over there for Tay, but kind of got it going there.
One line short there.
Pretty good setup for Cards.
What chain that big?
No, I'm one line short.
And Bill is down to 2 lines and pulls it out somewhere 1 line short. Meanwhile, Cards has had Piranha pretty much topped off the entire time, and Piranha just hasn't cared.
Am I getting saved by the cave? Oh,
very much so.
The cave giveth, the cave taketh away, and this is being completely shown again here. And Tay is not quite caught up, but is on the same stage now.
Oh, hey, the horizontal 6 combo leading to death.
The horizontal 6 showing its face from the PPL tournament to here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, all right, that helps.
Yeah, so FFR's point, good hook bills and piranhas are more likely than good Raphaels. I believe there's an actual AI shift starting at Raph that makes his behavior a little interesting. It's not quite cave behavior yet, but it feels like it's the hybrid of some of the worst tendencies of Blarg and Lunge and Hookbill and Piranha, and it can be infuriating at times. Birds are jerks.
Okay. This could be sub 9 yet.
Okay, hopefully that'll... Okay, that was a pretty good start on Kamek. Hopefully it'll...
Pretty good start on Kamek, but a Hocus Pocus always gets thrown around at least once. Let's see if that Bowser ended up very high stat, went into the chain, so I don't see how...
Holy Bowser, this is chaining.
Chain.
What is...
Bowser... 6 chain. I thought he was going to keep going, I'll be honest.
Oh
But
boy.
then they clear. So Tay is coming into Bowser behind, but with a chance. Until Bowser goes down, he's not down. You know, the refrain that we heard of Gary 2 from the last tournament is certainly something Bowser's got a piece of, but there he goes, finally.
Lord. Oh, that's such a good lag chain, Tay, but I'm not sure Bowser's gonna really care.
Oh, okay. And once again, I didn't wait long enough to send my combo garbage. Okay, cool. Yep. No, you tune into my games because I'm just gonna be pissed the whole time. I'm gonna be so mad. All right.
So you won't normally have a mic on the racers, but especially if you see Tay's camera, it's a joy to watch his anger somehow. I'm not really sure, but it is.
Give me like, I just want to mash up the first half of, or maybe like the first like 6 stages. No, like the first 6 stages of. I just want the first half of TAV hard and the last half of PPLS hard, and that would be the ideal category.
Yeah,
Because like honestly, if Gary or Bowser is like a total roll of the dice, but if you get to Mewtwo on PB pace, if you like don't let nerves get to you, I would say you have like at least like a 60% chance of getting that PB if you get to Mewtwo.
All right. Well, hey, before you two do your rubber match and finalize this little exhibition here, I actually am going to need to drop off the call here and get going. But Tay, I think you and I have a quick announcement if we can drop that in before I go.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and let everyone know, Cards.
So yes, after this preview is done, we will be officially launching the tournament proper and letting the matches get underway. And just so happens, we've got a match already lined up for tomorrow night, and it is as these two insinuate between the other two commentators in this call. It's a Group D match with Tayman and Tetris Attacker. Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern here on Puzzle General. That is going to be absolutely crazy.
We decided to kick things off with a nice start of the 4 seed versus the 5 seed. Should be a really tight race and a good way to get all of this kicking and going and see how it all starts to shake out.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good match. I'm certainly nervous and looking forward to it.
Well, sounds good, gentlemen. Well, enjoy finishing up your exhibition, and Tay, I will see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, take care, TA.
See you later. Alrighty. So,
Now,
four
what
races in, and we still haven't decided anything. So,
What do I pick? What game mode do I pick?
you've got every single one available to you.
That was definitely not easy. Let's go back to hard mode.
I see the logic. All right.
I think I want the potential for fast kills that are on hard mode, but with maybe not quite as much of the RNG as V hard. I feel like when it comes to easy and normal, and this is just sort of walking people through my thought process and probably the thought process that everyone's gonna have. I just think cards is like raw setup speed required for easy and normal is better than mine, whereas I think my skills in hard, just like with really fast setups, is gonna suit me better.
So yeah, there's actually going to be some thought processes if people get to a game 5. Like, people are going to actually have to think about what level they want to play on, and I am all for it. It's like half the reason why I set the tournament up this way.
Pick, counter pick. It's like just like Smash Bros. Where's our huge community?
Oh, that would be something else. That would be something. All right. Let's go ahead and get this up in the air. Good luck, Tay. It is the deciding game. So here we go.
Good luck to you as well. Yoshi, your suggestions have been filed and are under consideration. Yeah. For those who don't know, I think Yoshi changed his name to Ninefer.
Let's see. Let's try it like this. Yeah, I don't think the combo game was great, so I need to make it. Okay, the chain. Yeah, I guess the combos work good there for me. I'm not sure.
Well, I mistimed I dropped the chain because of the faster speed, but was able to follow up. Fortunately, yeah, I've no one's commentating. I don't know where you're gonna be.
Well, I am able to see both of us. That was a 15 versus an 18, so we're starting things off very tight here. And...
Ooh, there we go.
Okay, that's probably a 2-second lead for you now, Tay.
Yeah, I like hard mode. Maybe just a tad too frustrating for me to grind.
But yeah, yeah, I would say these are not so bad.
Okay, all right. Take that.
Oh, you are definitely in the lead now. So yeah, you'll often see these leads change hands early on, and just due to the length of these categories, these runs should stay pretty close throughout. Oh, that was a 9-line attack? Okay, it's still 8 lines, 15 seconds.
I'll take that.
That was...
Probably gained a little bit of time there at a weak wiggler.
Yeah, I've given 7 lines as like a semi-official guideline. You can actually find it on the can actually find it on the leaderboard for this game. I've made a bit of a guide to all the levels, and I do recommend sending base 7 lines of garbage to most of these opponents. But sometimes these individual stages may end up taking 8 or 9. And of course, it all can depend on the timing of which these pieces fall. Oh, that's another timing issue.
No.
Still a 16, so I can't complain too much. But yeah, you're definitely looking. No matter which level you're on, you're almost certainly looking for sub 20 second stages.
Yeah, you and I definitely are.
We might be personally looking for sub 15s as much as we can, because we might need those to stay competitive with each other at least. Lunchfish, why? Why you gotta be like that?
I'm throwing.
Let's see. This is a decent
Okay,
setup, but I don't know what to do from here.
I think that's a decent follow-up. Okay, Lunchfish, if you could, like, not go down to the...
Okay, that was a nice little frame perfect
Drop it.
catch.
I had to... Oh my god, that just... gutted my chances.
Like this is generally a faster game than hard mode here is generally a faster game than Pokemon Puzzle League, so it's slightly harder to do like the frame perfect slides and catches of manipulating these panels. But it's nice that I can still get a few of those.
Okay, I'm just throwing right now. Let's get more ammo.
And okay. Like, just for some perspective on how fast these stages need to be, I believe, if I remember right, the world record averages somewhere between 12 and 13 seconds a stage. If this is the one I'm thinking of, and I'm sure FFR Pro can correct me, because he was the one who reminded me of the stat.
Okay,
You got a pillar there. That's gonna be a problem for you. Those high pillars.
Okay, go up. Okay, are we done? Alright, I'll take that, but you're probably... Yeah, if you just have decent luck on cave, you probably got this one.
I mean, considering I'm on Kamek now, I'm sure
Yeah,
it's one of the few times you can think of a lead as safe. But then Kamek may decide to do what he's starting to do now, so can't count anything out.
Oh, what? I had an instance that...
Alright.
Okay,
How big does this need to be, I wonder?
That could have been worse, but I think I missed time something there.
Okay, that's not bad, right?
Getting the 4-4 Bowser.
Just barely getting cleared on. That's lovely. It would help if I could actually have the window focused.
Okay. Oh, you won.
So,
GG's.
Officially, that's a 720, but probably something like a 716.
Yeah, I had I had a couple stages that I choked that really put me behind.
So yeah, this is more or less what we hope to show you during this tournament, and especially when we get to when we get to some actual group stage matches. Some of them will get extremely competitive.
Yeah, I think this was definitely a good preview. Going out to 5 games and taking normal and hard mode off of you, especially since you just kicked my butt in that final hard mode.
Yeah.
Apparently, I can go toe to toe with you.
Yeah, that was definitely a good show, and yeah, hope we've clarified a bit on how this counter pick format for levels is going to go down, because I definitely had to field a few questions from our racers as to how that was going to happen. But I've got one more thing to show off here before we go ahead and wrap things up. So let me mute this. I'm going to give myself the 3rd win, and then I'm going to enable this.
That's incredible.
There we go. Just the big old win. Gonna cover like half the screen, but gonna see that at the end of every single match.
Someone saying we're gonna put a lose on my side, and I don't know if we need to rub it into the losers.
I don't know. This was hard enough to. This graphic was hard enough to extract and loop. I don't know if I want to try to get the lose graphic to loop at the same time.
That sounds terrible. No, kudos to all the work you've put in with the graphics. Like I've been gushing about it ever since the PPL tournament, and this is no joke, like the best out of any community speedrun tournament that I've seen.
Yeah, I just like to think I'm just doing what I can, and this is the thing I know I can do. Yeah, this graphic by itself, I had to extract so many frames.
Holy cow!
Of animation from an emulator. Like it's not something you can just like straight rip from the game. It's not like there's a GIF stored in there. I had as far as I know, I had to just record this from an emulator, and just took out the I just took out all the stars and all the other character graphics that can appear in front of this thing to bring it to you unfettered. Like this is the raw win that you don't always get to see in the game. But in any case, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Give you a full overview of all of the groups. There's me leading Group A, Foxy Man leading Group B, Evivar for Group C, and you, Tayman, for Group D. Like what are you expecting to see from this tournament, and who do you think has the best chances to win it all?
I would, if I had to pick a favorite for this tournament, I think I would go with FFR Pro. Maybe possibly I'm looking at it through rose-tinted glasses, because it feels like he just went on fire during qualifiers, he got a couple world records before Yoshi just snatch those back. But with his raw cursor speed, and it feels like he's gotten a little more consistent, it's going to take a lot to go wrong for him to not at least make a very deep run through the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
But you're certainly very close, and like Foxy, again, we're on his turf. I think he has a strong shot as well. What I'm looking to see from this tournament is just how newcomers perform, and hopefully to see some upsets. That's with how short these categories are.
Mm-hmm.
If one person's on their game and the other person has like just one or two troll stages, that's all it takes to swing an entire match. So if I had to pick someone from outside the top three that could win, because not including myself, because like I don't really think I have that great of a chance of winning this tournament. If I had to pick a dark horse candidate, I would probably go with Wiki. Wired Wiki.
Definitely has the experience of performing in front of others, performing under pressure. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Like the 5 through 8 seeds of Wiki, Lunar, TA, and Forky. Like I would not be surprised if any of them won at all. Like we've got a deep stable of people that could win this whole thing with enough of a lucky streak, and this I'm so excited to just get to this, and we are going to be able to get to it tomorrow night about 26 hours from now. So go ahead and wrap this up here for Tetris Attacker and Tayman and everyone else at Puzzle General. This has been Cards of the Heart, and we'll see you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, for Tayman versus Tetris Attacker. So until next time, everyone, thanks for watching.
Take care, everyone.